It is April 5th, Palm Sunday. Grace and peace to you. Just a couple of announcements about where we are as a community as the Church of Atonement as we move forward during this time. One is that there are some links that have been or will be circulating around on social media. One is for our Parish Registry. That's something that had been lost before I arrived here at Atonement, and we've been slowly trying to rebuild that and maintain it. Not always successfully, but we have been doing our best. I have, during this time, been able to put together a Google survey sort of thing that will help us build and rebuild that Parish Registry. So if you have the opportunity to make use of that, please do. That also helps us communicate with one another. There's a lot of contact information that's involved in that and some other things. So I hope you have a chance to make use of that. I don't think it's very long. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. There should be an email link in that survey. The other is it's Palm Sunday, and we did not get palms because of everything that was happening. We have a source that we use that we kind of order palms a little later than I think a lot of congregations might, and so we did not get any. However, I found some palm coloring pages, and I also suspect that if you did a Google search on palm coloring pages, you may come up with some. However, I know some of you may not be able to print, so I did get a batch made. I have them here at the house, which is next to the church. And so if you would like to come pick one of those up, just let me know, and we can arrange a safe transfer of coloring pages. The last one is that some of you had asked about making donations to the church online. Thank you for asking, and bless you for wanting to support our ministry that way. I greatly appreciate that, because we do have some things that are continuing to go on despite the fact that we cannot gather together. Things other than the development of this YouTube page and things like that, which are great tools for communication, but we have some pretty significant ministries that continue to go on kind of in the background that we don't talk about a whole lot, and maybe we should, but in some cases we don't talk about them because of safety concerns for others. So those are still continuing as best as we're able to do in this kind of situation. So donations are greatly appreciated. If you are able to, there's now a donate button on our church website. You can go there through PayPal and make donations. We just received the charity status with PayPal to be able to do that. So again, greatly appreciated to help us continue to do those ministries, and when this is over, to expand them to a greater degree. Just some personal updates. We're still healthy in the house. My one housemate who did get sick with the coronavirus has pretty much recovered, and he has no symptoms. And the only thing he's still wrestling with is some fatigue that's left over from the pneumonia that the virus created. But other than that, he's been without a fever, or he never really developed a cough, which may have helped us out quite a bit, the rest of us in the house. So the other two of us have not developed any symptoms. Neither one of us have developed a fever. We were very diligent in keeping things clean, wiping up fairly often. And so far, that seems to have paid off, that both of us remain without symptoms. So I think we're waiting on phone calls from the health department to see about testing. I'm not sure they're going to want to. We're pretty close to that 14-week point already. So I don't know. They might. We'll see when they call. But we're doing well. So no concerns there. I have gotten a little extra work on my dissertation for those of you keeping track of that. I'm excited about that. I'm feeling good about it. I'm hoping that these next few weeks will be very profitable for me in that regard. I also have a largely clean office. There's just a couple more spots here that I need to take care of, and that's feeling really good. And then I might branch out into some uh, other spots in the house that could use some organization. There's a closet in there that needs some attention. So that's also going well. That's about it for announcements. Uh, if you have anything, let me know. I will say again, uh, we're getting deeper into this situation, and I know that's going to tax us a lot in very different ways, as far as our emotions, our mental health, things like that. Please continue to take care of yourselves beyond staying at home, washing your hands, cleaning your surfaces, and the other things that are necessary for us to do. Uh, but also continue to find those places that are life giving and joyful for you. I want to talk more about that at another point, but I hope that you continue to do that. And if if you need to reach out, obviously contact me, leave text or leave a message on the church's phone number, uh, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But also, if you have prayer requests, feel free to message us on Facebook, or again, text, leave a phone message on the church's phone, and we'll follow up on that. I appreciate all of your prayers and support that you've given to me and my housemates through this time, and it has been a wonderful embodiment of community that I hope we're able to continue into the future. I hope that you're also able to make use of these videos, especially the worship videos, as we go into Holy Week, and if also, I would invite you to check out the churchwide website, the ELCA website. Their worship department has put together some resources for doing worship at home. I bumped into an article from 1918, whenever our country was dealing with is the H1N1 virus, commonly called the Spanish flu. I'm sure most of you are aware by now that the term Spanish flu was mostly political in nature, but Spain was just the first country who was honest enough to report what was going on, and so they kind of got blamed for it. But it was the H1N1 virus, and the churches closed then too. And the hope was then they were mailing resources to people in their homes. Now we have the internet to do that with, but their hope was that worship and discipleship would find a place in the home and take root there, which has frankly always been the hope, especially of Lutherans. That's what the Small Catechism was written for, was to do at home, not at church. And a hope that that discipleship, being Christian, learning that kind of way of life, as love of God and love of neighbor, would take root in the home. It goes much further when it's the church and the home at work together. So I hope you're able to make use of those resources, and I look forward to the time when we can gather back together and get back to the things that we were doing before all of this set in. Again, I hope you're well. Take care. Grace and peace.